3 eggs. Let's see how Daddy does. Oh, don't go anywhere.
Did you get a piece of gel in there?
I found one in there. Where did it go? Oh, hopefully David eats it.
It just adds a bit of crunch. Ain't that bad.
Today we're tackling scrambled eggs. We're going to do it 2 different ways for you. We're going to show you a more traditional way that Dave and I were taught years and years ago. And we're going to show you a more modern technique today. I'm going to start off with the traditional method. Let me show you how that's done. This is one of the few times where you don't want to season up front because salt draws out the moisture, the water out of the eggs itself and makes them watery and runny. We don't want that. What we want to do is create great big fluffy curds, and we're going to season right at the end. My pan's not even hot yet.
What are we working with there?
Non-stick pan and a little bit of butter.
Yeah, butter, that's what I was going for.
So our temperature's at medium low. I got a non-stick pan that's coated with a tablespoon of butter, and I got 3 eggs we're gonna drop in there. No seasoning whatsoever. And Dave, if you want to see this real quick.
Yeah.
This is gonna go kind of fast. Time and temperature matter in a great deal for this because we want to establish a temperature where we can cook, we can coagulate the eggs at a rate where we can then smoothly take them off the bottom of the pan without adding any color. We're just not at that place where they've set just enough, but they're starting to. I mean, you could pull these big curds back and we're just going to lift the pan. All that uncooked egg is going to sit now, and as you can see right there, we got this big delicious ribbon of nicely scrambled eggs. I'm just going to scrape down our pan. And again, there's no rush. You could do this technique for...
Actually, it's better if you take your time a little bit.
I think you're right, David, because if you could do this for yourself, you could do this for a family of 8.
If you'd put 12 eggs into that pan instead of 3, it would take a little bit longer to cook, but it's exactly the same technique and application.
And as you can see, again, I'm just going to pour off all the extra uncooked. Get that down.
Do you chop yours up at all, or you leave it kind of whole like that?
If that's how if you like yours all kind of minced up and chopped up, do that.
And you're going to turn that whole thing over?
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let go.
Give us a chefy little flip there, Audie.
I'll try.
Hey, yeah, son. That's how you do it. Fluffy, all sort of one piece. That big ribbon you were talking about, I see exactly what you're talking about. Flop her out onto a plate.
And then all we're going to do is, at the very end, a little bit of salt.
A little spackle of salt.
A little bit of pepper.
A little spackle of pepper.
What you got is these big, long, fluffy curds cooked through.
You can definitely see that is fluffy, and there's no brownness on it, no color on it.
That little bit of wiggle shows
Give me a just wiggle the whole plate. Yeah, do it again. Yeah.
The wiggle of the egg shows you that...
Audie, show me your wiggle.
Fuck you.
Audie did a sort of classic traditional scramble with big curds, nice chunky ribbons. I'm going to do mine a little bit more modern. That's very small curds, fairly well whipped up, and the procedure's quite a bit different. I'm going to take 3 eggs. We're going to crack them whole into a cold pan and start from there. Here we go. If the yolk breaks, like I normally do, like that one right there, no big deal. We're going to scramble these fellas. So I got me 3 eggs there. I'm going to add a couple knobs of butter. This is going to lubricate our cooking process and also richen everything up. No seasoning yet. We're going to do that at the very end. Next thing we need to do is get this little lady on the heat. If you notice, and you probably have, I'm not doing this in a non-stick pan. The non-stick pan we have is very thin. It doesn't hold enough heat. As this nice thick bottom pan is sort of important for this technique because we're going to be working on and off the heat a little bit. So I'm going to crank my burner up to medium. That's a fairly high heat normally for a scrambled egg, but we're going to be, like I said, working on and off the heat. So The initial bit of heat is going to start to sort of set our eggs a little bit. As that happens, we're going to agitate vigorously to keep those curds really small. It's going to start to melt our butter, which is going to lubricate everything. As it melts, it's going to emulsify into our eggs and kind of richen them up a little bit. And we'll just continue that sort of process until they're cooked to the doneness that we're looking for. The doneness we're looking for is fluffy for the parts that are set, but there's still also a lot of moisture to it. As an overall product, it's fairly runny. It'll pile up on itself, but it also runs out a little bit. Alright, come take a look. You can see I'm starting to go opaque on the bottom, like as we speaking. So it's harder and harder to see the bottom of the pan now because the eggs are actually going opaque. Now it's time we start working them. I'm going to pop our yolks, and then I'm just going to stir. And the stirring's just going to break everything up, loosen everything up. I got enough heat in the bottom of the pan that I'm not even on the burner right now. And we're still cooking, still cooking. Oh, I can smell them now.
Yeah.
Mmm. Baby. Oh, baby. Once again, Audie, man, I should be a minister because I'm doing fucking God's work over here.
It's very impressive.
The minister of culinary confidence be my title. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click. They're done. So just to cool these down and richen them up just a little bit, one more little knob of butter. We're going to work that in. It's going to melt in pretty quick because these eggs are nice and warm.
Mm-hmm.
See how they just relax? That, son, how you do a modern scrambled egg. Nice and moist, still fluffy, nice and runny. Mmm. All it needs, my friend, like we always say, a little seasoning, so some salt. And eggs need just a little extra salt compared to most foods. And a little cracked black pepper. Bob is your fucking auntie. You can see there's some wiggle to that, eh? I can even like run it out across the bottom of the plate. Nice, fluffy, sexy. Scrambled eggs. Alright, scrambled eggs. That's how you do it. 2 different ways. The only 2 ways that really matter as far as scrambled eggs.
If you're thinking about scrambled eggs, yeah.
So Audie did nice fluffy big ribbons all nice together.
Classic way of approaching it.
I did mine the more modern way, a little bit runny, nice small curds. And they're both going to taste fantastic.
Well, let's find out. There's only one way to find out. So we're going to try out mine. This is your classic technique, big fat ribbons.
Nice and fluffy.
Yeah.
Still moist. It's not like they're dry or anything like that. They're just not runny anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's nice, one big piece. Mmm.
That tastes really nice.
That's a fantastic texture.
No color on it whatsoever. You can serve that to your aunt, and she's gonna love it.
Mmm. And a little bit buttery, nice and rich.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
Sure. All right.
Now the modern ones, small curds, much more runny.
Yeah.
So a lot more moisture in it. Still flavored the same. I think I had a little more butter in mine than you did.
It's so rich and creamy. It like coats your palate with that delicious flavor of eggs.
It's so soft. No, it's fantastic. That on a nice buttery piece of toast is like one of my favorite things in the whole world.
And listen, maybe you fall in the middle of these 2 eggs. You wanna play around with your own way of scrambling an egg. Go ahead. All we wanted to show you was 2 different ways to approach scrambled eggs. Great chefs all across the world are currently using. Mm-hmm. And you can do this at home. You can do this at home.
Yes, you definitely can. If I can do it and he can do it, you can definitely do it.
Absolutely.
This is Cooking with Dave and Audie. I'm Dave.
I'm Audie.
We appreciate you watching our video. If you like our stuff, subscribe to our channel. Leave a like on your favorite video. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy. Tell us what you want to see, because we'll do it for you.
We want to know what you want to see us cook next.
Thank you very much. Have an awesome day.